Hi there, and welcome to Let's Stress Less. If you're a woman who's feeling overwhelmed with life because your stress is out of control, you're pretty sure your stress could be affecting your health, and you want to get a handle on that before it gets worse, stick around. I've got you covered. I'm Chantel. I'm a registered nurse and your lifestyle design coach for stress mastery. And I can show you how to unwrap the gift of stress so you can go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. What if I told you that it only takes 2 minutes and 5 seconds to introduce effective self-care habits into your busy day? Well, guess what? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly that, and I'll tell you how. But listen closely. Everyone, and I mean everyone, has 2 minutes and 5 seconds in their day to start practicing self-care. So no excuses. And if you're really stuck on this one, watch my video on 4 ways to overcome obstacles to self-care. I think that'll help you out. So first, the tough love. If you're experiencing levels of stress that could be affecting your mental or physical health, or both, you aren't making self-care a priority, at least not enough of it. Maybe you've been thinking that you would really like to step up your self-care routine, and you know you need to, but you're busy. You don't have time to incorporate more or better self-care into your day. You want to, and you plan to, just not right now. Well, today I'm going to share 2 life-changing strategies that will make self-care a piece of cake. The first one comes from James Clear. He's the author of Atomic Habits. James is one of the world's top experts in habit formation. And in his book, he asks the question, how long does it actually take to form a new habit? His answer might surprise you. You've probably heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit, or maybe 30 days. Well, James says establishing a new habit is not about the amount of time that passes, it's the number of times you repeat the behavior. Here's a quote. Each time you repeat an action, you are activating a particular neural circuit associated with that habit. This means that simply putting in your reps is one of the most critical steps you can take to encoding a new habit. End quote. It's like muscle memory. When you repeat an action, like driving a car, riding a bike, or typing, your mind encodes the steps, and eventually you don't even have to think about what you're doing. You can do whatever it is flawlessly without even consciously thinking about it. So why is this important? Well, one of the problems with trying to establish new habits is that we get excited about the outcome. We try to do too much too fast. Then we meet resistance. That can be in the form of your own thoughts, another person, or even time or circumstances. The effort to establish this new habit becomes too big. You might feel frustrated, overwhelmed, or just run out of time to work through the whole process. Pretty soon, you stop trying. James says the most effective way to overcome the tendency to do too much too fast is to incorporate the 2-minute rule, which is when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. He explains that the best way to start a habit is to create a 2-minute ritual around whatever it is you want to start doing and making it extremely easy to start. To do that, start by breaking the activity into small 2-minute steps and gradually working up to longer times. Additionally, this technique involves using external cues such as alarms or reminders to prompt the activity until it becomes a part of your routine. He explains that by starting small and breaking this new habit down into simple 2-minute steps, and by committing 2 minutes of consistent effort, a new habit can be developed that can eventually become a part of a daily routine. By starting small, you set a low barrier to entry, and that reduces the overall risk of failure. So, this small commitment helps to ensure that the habit can be formed with less friction, making it much easier to stick with. It'll also give you a sense of accomplishment when you've finished. This encourages you to keep going and sets you up for long-term success. Here's an example of how this works. Say you want to set a goal to read for 30 minutes each day. Now, break this down into 2-minute tasks. You might start out with just getting the book, your tea, and sitting down in your favorite chair. Once you're comfortable with that, you can add reading for 2 minutes. When that becomes a habit and you're doing it consistently, start adding more time in 2-minute increments until you're up to 30 minutes of reading each day. Voila, a new habit. To keep yourself on track and consistent, you might set a reminder on your phone or choose a cue, like as soon as you brush your teeth in the evening or you pour your first cup of coffee in the morning, as a reminder to take the first step. This already consistent behavior, brushing your teeth or making the coffee, is the cue, and soon the new habit of reading will mesh right into the other habits. This approach will allow you to easily develop momentum and form a new habit more quickly. This strategy makes the habit easier and more engaging to stick to, which helps you avoid procrastination. You might be thinking, well, that sounds good, but what if you just can't get yourself to start even this tiny 2-minute practice? You want to do it and you have good intentions, but when it's time to actually start this new behavior, you're just not feeling it. That, my friend, is when we bring Mel Robbins and her 5-second rule into the picture. Mel Robbins' 5-second rule is a science-backed technique designed to help you take action, and it can help rewire your brain to create new habits. The idea is that by counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, by the time you get to 1, you've essentially talked yourself into taking action, and you can immediately go ahead with whatever it is you wanted to do. The 5-second rule is based on the idea that impulses are crucial for decision-making, and if we don't act on them within 5 seconds, we lose momentum, and the opportunity quickly passes. Does that sound familiar? Well, by counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you allow the impulsiveness of your instinct to take hold, lowering the chances of your decision being overruled by your brain. This helps keep you focused and motivated to achieve your goals. By counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you can interrupt your thought patterns and break through the inertia that keeps you from taking action and replace it with positive action-based behaviors. And a new, massively effective habit has begun. So, let's be real for just a minute, though. You know that self-care is an important part of your overall well-being, and you also know that it often gets neglected in favor of other seemingly more urgent tasks. Well, fortunately, now you know that it doesn't take much time or effort to get started with a new self-care habit. The key is to make the process easier and shorter. James Clear's idea of starting new habits in 2-minute increments and Mel Robbins' 5-second rule can be combined to help get new habits off the ground in no time. By combining the 2-minute and 5-second rules, you can jumpstart new habits that you can continue and maintain with minimal effort. As you grow more comfortable and consistent with the habit, gradually challenge yourself to increase the duration and difficulty to really make it a part of your life. And remember, the more often you do the thing, the faster it will become a habit. And now you know how to introduce effective self-care habits into your day in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. What new habit would you like to incorporate in 2 minutes and 5 seconds?
If you like what you're learning, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you can be notified when my next video comes out. And tell your friends, after all, stress is contagious and they have it too. My goal is to help you learn to unwrap the gift that stress can be while never losing sight of the reality that unchecked, stress can wreak havoc on your brain, your body, and your behavior. I want you to be empowered to take control of your stress now and course correct to fix some things before your health is at risk for devastating consequences. And I want to help you reframe your relationship with stress so you can fall in love with your new best friend. Join me each week right here for more tips, tools, and valuable insights as you learn how to recognize and unwrap the gift of stress so you can take control of your life, your health, and your happiness as you go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. And if you'd like more videos like this, make sure to watch the video on your screen. I think you'll like it. And always check the description box for links to more free tips and tools to help you master your stress. See you next time.